Keyshawn Davis dismisses getting revenge after taking a loss. Yeah, let's talk about it. Look, this is Power Grind Sports, where we're dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. Look, I usually give you boxing news and motivation, right? I just saw Keyshawn Davis online, right? I think he was on a Fight Hype interview. And he was talking about a lot of different things. He was talking about Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez and him, they have this ongoing back and forth beef or whatever, because Teofimo Lopez said some negative things that Keyshawn Davis did not like, so he called him out. Teofimo Lopez tell Keyshawn, look, man, you need to get your name up. Don't try to build a name off of me, et cetera, et cetera. Go fight Andy Cruz. And then Devin the Dream Haney loses to Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is on performance enhancement drugs. And Keyshawn Davis is saying that, hey, he need to get revenge against Ryan Garcia, right? So, he got all this feedback about what Devin Haney should do with Ryan Garcia when Ryan Garcia was on performance enhancement drugs. But it seems like Keyshawn Davis ain't even interested in avenging his losses that he took in the 2020 Olympic gold medal. You got what I'm saying? Like, he lost to 2020 Olympic gold medalist Andy Cruz, right? And Andy Cruz turned professional. He's a lightweight contender right now. He got 10 wins, 7 knockouts, right? But Keyshawn Davis, in his interview, he made it clear that he's not focused on the past. He's focused on the future. So he's basically unfazed by the losses that he took, right? But like I said, it just brought to my attention because Teofimo Lopez was just talking about it. So now, despite Teofimo Lopez calling Keyshawn Davis out and telling him, yo, man, settle that score with Andy Cruz before you even think about having a title fight discussion, it seemed like Keyshawn Davis don't feel like that's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, he believes that his professional career is different. I guess for casual fans, he like, look, man, the amateurs are the amateurs and the pros are the pros. Hey, I get that. But if you talking like you just the king of the hill, and then you got losses, especially with somebody who just coming into the pros, and they talking negative about you, like Andy Cruz talking crazy about Keyshawn Davis, but then Keyshawn Davis like, look, man, I don't want that smoke. Because I remember the video of Keyshawn Davis losing to Andy Cruz, and basically he was like, look, man, I'm focused on the future. I'm getting ready to try to do what I got to do. I'm getting ready to turn pro, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. But look, man, get your get back. Especially if you telling Devin the Dream Haney that he need to get his get back on Ryan Garcia, who is full of heads. I don't understand. Then you calling out Teofimo Lopez. It's like, dude, what are you trying to do? What are you really trying to do? I think it's necessary. If you think that everyone else should get revenge, then it's necessary for you to get revenge, because you're showing that you believe in revenge. Now, if you don't believe in revenge, okay, cool. No harm, no foul. But if you really believe in revenge and you about that get back, hey, you shoot at me, I gotta shoot back. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how it has to be. But one of the most frequent questions that he gets asked is, will he avenge his loss to Andy Cruz? And I do believe that the professional scene or professional boxing is different than amateur boxing. However, I'm noticing that when Lomachenko was brought up, what do they say? They say about Lomachenko, they was like, look, he is the greatest amateur boxer of all time. They always bringing up amateur record. But now Keyshawn Davis is saying like, oh, amateurs don't matter. Some people, for some fighters, they say the amateurs don't matter. And then for some fighters, the amateurs do matter. Look, man, people need to make up their mind. You got what I'm saying? Now, on this little interview that I saw, Keyshawn Davis, he was criticizing Teofimo Lopez and his choice of opponent because he was getting ready to fight Steve Cloggett, I think that's his name. You know what I'm saying? Then they get ready to fight for the upcoming WBO lightweight title, right? Now, I understand that it's a title defense, but I don't feel that Cloggett is a significant challenge. You got what I'm saying? It's like Teofimo Lopez, he is hot and cold. You don't know what you're going to get with Teofimo Lopez. Ever since he lost to George Ferocious Kambosos, he has never been the same. I'm telling you, I think Ferocious Kambosos changed Teofimo Lopez because ever since he fought him, man, he's just been acting different. He just really been acting different. Now, Keyshawn Davis did point out, that Cloggett defeated, one of the guys that I think that he fought, and he was basically saying that Teofimo Lopez is getting ready to go against Steve Cloggett, and it's a bad choice. It's like, why? He said, and when he meaning man, I'm losing my train of thought right now. Keyshawn Davis says, why am I fighting the guy that Cloggett already beat? It don't make sense. And I understand that. Man, I wish I wasn't getting fumbled on my words. Look, that makes me very, very angry. Like, if I'm creating a sentence and I mess up on my words, man, that makes me so angry. You have no idea. But hey, it is what it is. Now, Keyshawn Davis, he's arguing that amateur victories should not dictate professional opportunities. And he referenced Vasyl Lomachenko, who avenged his amateur loss to earn respect. But he is basically saying that, you don't have to do that. But look, man, get your get back, especially if you are a person who is picking at everybody else. Because you picking at Devin Haney for losing to Ryan Garcia when Ryan Garcia was on all these performance enhancement drugs. You got what I'm saying? It's like, what? So I'm not understanding the refusal to fight Cruz. Now, one of the things that Keyshawn Davis did say is that Cruz has a sense of entitlement. He was like, look, he should earn his title shot through the toughest challenges, not by asking for them. What? Talking about he don't want to fight? What are you talking about, man? The pros are different. Look, man, the pros are different. People are on different trajectories. I get that. But if that dude is calling you out and he beat you, and you think you can beat him, then go ahead and run it back. That's the storyline right there. He beat you in the Emmys, and now you get ready to get it popping in the pros. That's what makes sense to me. But all this ducking and dodging and then still want to talk crazy, it's like throwing a rock and hiding your hand. You got what I'm saying? So it's just weird that Keyshawn Davis would dismiss the importance of avenging his amateur losses, because he had 3 amateur losses to Andy Cruz, but he's focused on his professional career. You know what I'm saying? But Teofimo Lopez is insisting that he scores or settles the old score with Andy Cruz to get a title shot. But then Keyshawn Davis tells Cruz that, before you get a title shot, then you need to fight somebody else. It's just weird. To me, it sounds like duck talk. You got what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. Teofimo Lopez don't want to smoke with Keyshawn Davis right now. You got what I'm saying? DuckTales. You got what I'm saying? Keyshawn Davis don't want to smoke with Andy Cruz. Sounds like DuckTales to me. You got what I'm saying? What does it sound like to you? But look, man, I try to get out of here. I'm talking about something that's just aggravating me right now, but I'm still going to try to get out of here with some type of motivation, because I got to give you boxing news and motivation, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm okay with Keyshawn Davis different times because he's hot and cold. Sometimes he's speaking like he has sense. Sometimes he's talking like he doesn't have sense. Sometimes he's saying some of this street stuff, and streets is not boxing. You know, it's like, this is what look, I understand a lot of these guys. They come from the hip hop culture, and they come from some type of urban type of environment, right? But let's make this clear. These dudes are Olympic boxers. These guys have been boxing all of their life. They not street guys. Now, they talk sometimes like they street guys, but they not street guys. I hear Tank talking a lot. Tank be talking like he a street dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, now I know people who really in the streets. You know, I really been in the streets. I was slinging iron in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it was all good in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Until I had to sit down. You got what I'm saying? Like, so these dudes, they never had to sit down. They wasn't in the street slinging no iron. These guys was in the gym and they was throwing punches. They were throwing hundreds and thousands of punches in the gym, and they were getting protected because of that gym. That's the whole reason why me and my brother decided to open a boxing gym, so that we can offer protection to a lot of these guys who want to go into the world and throw their life away. So it just really kills me and gets on my nerves when I hear Keyshawn Davis, sometimes when I hear Tank Davis, and sometimes when I hear a lot of these other guys really talking like they want to be in the streets. Look, most of the people that I knew who was gang affiliated, who were really in the streets doing things that were immoral and, you know, kind of barbaric or kind of savage like, most of them people didn't want to do what they was doing. They felt in their mind that they was trapped and that they had to do this stuff. They felt like they had to survive. Now, a lot of people don't understand that thinking. Some people say, you know what? You had a choice. But sometimes when you are in a thought trap, thinking traps happen all the time. And sometimes when you're in a thought trap, you just thinking that you got to do something that you really don't have to do. But you feel like you got to do it because you don't see no other options. You just don't see no other options. I think back on my life sometimes, and I think, did I have a choice in that? And yeah, I had a choice, but I don't know how I couldn't have made the choice that I made. Now, of course, sometimes that choice meant, you know, something bad and things of that nature, but I just don't understand, you know, like, man, I had to make this choice. I had to do this right here. And this is how a lot of people feel. They feel like they are, when you in the streets and you at the bottom of the bottom, you feel like you don't have no choice but to do exactly what you're doing. But people who never been in that situation, they always have a judgment on it. They always have a thought on it because they never been in that situation. And if you're not a shooter, then you don't know nothing about shooting. You can study it and everything, you know, but until you in a position where you gotta be a shooter, hey man, that's just how it is. You know, the world don't. Now, what I mean by that is, what I mean by being a shooter, that when you are in the street and you have to sling iron because you are in an actual firefight, you're in an actual situation where somebody is trying to take what you value, and that value is life. When somebody's trying to take that away from you, your thoughts are different. How you react is different. It's just different. So when you in those types of situations, those hostile, turbulent situations, your thought pattern is different. You gotta survive. That's all you thinking about. You thinking about surviving, and you creating strategies in your mind to make sure that you survive. And this is how a lot of people, this is how they operate in life. They are just trying to survive. So sometimes they don't make the best choices. I'm telling you, man, like, it's so easy to be on social media and judge the people who make these illogical choices. Because, hey, your life may be good, but at a lot of different times, people's life is not okay. People don't like their life. Sometimes people don't like the skin that they in. They don't love themselves. They don't even like themselves. They don't like that. And if a person, trust me, if a person does not love themselves or don't like themselves, It don't take much for them to not like you. It's very easy for me to hate you if I hate myself. But until I start realizing, I start overstanding in my mind, and I start trying to build understanding and start trying to build instead of destroying, I'm telling you, that's when you start waking up. You start waking up to a new world, and you're like, man, what in the world? But hey, that's just how it is. But look, man, in life and in sports, I want you to understand that it's very crucial to focus on the past and the present and the future rather than being weighed down by the past. You still got to reflect on the past. You got to focus on the future and live in the present. So Keyshawn Davis, not wanting to avenge his amateur losses against Andy Cruz, I don't agree with it personally, but I do think that it highlights the importance of trying to look forward. That's the only thing I can think. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to focus, create these goals for his future, and then prioritize those goals. That's the only thing I can think. Because I'm telling you, but I need you to understand that past experience, that it shapes who you are as an individual. But it don't have to dictate your future. Because who you were 10 years ago don't mean you're that same person now. And if you're the same person that you was 10 years ago or 20 years ago, look, man, you got to change that. You got to change. You got to become something better. You got to transform. You feel what I'm saying? But success is about growth. It's about progress. And I do think that trying to hold on to your past can hinder your progress. But learn from your experiences, and all those negative experiences and even positive experiences, let that be the fuel to your fire, and let that fire drive your ambition. You got what I'm saying? Embrace your challenges. I want you to strive every day for continuous improvement. I want you to strive for excellence in everything that you do. And don't let your past failures or your past success define your present or your future. I need you to keep pushing forward. I need you to stay focused. I need you to stay motivated. I need you to have the discipline, dedication, and the drive. I need you to set new goals in your life. And I want you to just walk down the path of achievement, because success is guaranteed to you when you work for it, because success comes when you are working for the success. The effort is the success. A lot of times people think the outcome is the success, but the outcome is not the success. Look, man, this is Power Grind Sports and Power Grind Boxing. Turn your dedication into domination. Get out here and start dominating and stay on the grind. And I'm out of here. Peace.